This week brought several focused model and systems releases. Google shipped Gemini 3.6 Flash plus 2 Flash variants. Poolside published Laguna S 2.1, a 118 billion parameter MOE with a 1 million token context. NVIDIA released Cosmos 3 Edge, a 4 billion parameter on-device world model for robot reasoning. I will compare numbers and explain practical trade-offs. Google's Flash tiers tuned for high-volume agentic workloads. Gemini 3.6 Flash uses 17% fewer output tokens than 3.5 Flash on the Artificial Analysis Index. On Deep Space, it scores 49% versus 37% for 3.5 Flash. Pricing for 3.6 Flash is $1.50 per 1 million input tokens and $7.50 per 1 million output tokens. Flash Lite runs at 350 output tokens per second and costs 30 cents input, $2.50 output per 1 million tokens. Poolside released Laguna S 2.1, a 118 billion parameter mixture of experts model. It activates about 8 billion parameters per token and supports up to a 1 million token context. Terminal Bench 2.1 is reported at 70.2% with thinking enabled. Weight sizes: 59 gigabytes at 4-bit, 118 gigabytes at FP8, 236 gigabytes at BF16. MoE sparsity saves compute by routing few experts per token. Laguna keeps all 118 billion parameters in memory, but routes about 6.8%, roughly 8 billion per token. Poolside's max thinking mode moved Terminal Bench from 60.4% to 70.2%. Deep sway completions rose from about 99,000 to about 249,000 tokens when thinking was enabled. Cosmos 3 Edge is a 4 billion parameter open-world model for on-device robotics. It combines two towers, an autoregressive reasoner, and a diffusion generator. The reasoner is about 2 billion dense parameters. Action encodings vary by embodiment: 9D camera motion, 9D autonomous vehicle, 57D egocentric motion, 10D single-arm robot, 20D dual-arm, and 29D humanoid. Cosmos 3 Edge predicts actions and their visual consequences. NVIDIA's droid policy is post-trained for pick-and-place tasks. On Jetson Thor, it generates 32 actions per inference and achieves 15 Hz control. Generation supports 12 to 30 frames per second at 256p to 480p. Unsloth, Axolotl, TRL, and LLaMA Factory take different engineering approaches. Unsloth rewrites kernels and reports 2 times training speed on LLaMA 3.18 billion and LLaMA 3.370 billion. Its MOE benchmark, GPT-OSS 20 billion on a B200 at an 8,000 context, ran 712.33 milliseconds per step, versus 5,226.86 milliseconds for Transformers V5. Axolotl emphasizes quantization and parallelism, reporting GLM 4.7-Flash QLoRa memory dropping from roughly 127 GIB to roughly 23 GIB with Quantismo experts. LLaMA Factory documents an FSDP plus QLoRa path to fine-tune 70 billion on two 24GB GPUs. Cisco released Antares small language models for vulnerability localization. Antares 350 million and Antares 1 billion are open weight under Apache 2.0. On VLoc Bench, Antares 1 billion reaches 0.209 file F1, Antares 3 billion reaches 0.223, and GPT 5.5 reaches 0.229. GRPO tuning reduced run-to-run variance by 42 to 65% and improved scores. NVIDIA's srt-slurm converts YAML recipes into reproducible Slurm benchmark jobs. You can dry run, expand parameter sweeps, and plot throughput versus latency before using cluster GPUs. Meta's Astryx is an agent-ready React design system with more than 150 accessible components, 7 themes, and a CLI. It aims to make UI behavior predictable for people and AI agents. Limitations are consistent across releases. MoE keeps all experts resident, so memory remains high. Agentic thinking modes increase token costs. Poolside reports major increases in completion tokens. On-device models require embodiment-specific post-training. Fine-tuning stacks still need careful engineering to scale multi-GPU. If you build agents or long-horizon systems, test Flash and MOE in parallel. Measure token cost and latency on real workflows. Gemini 3.6 Flash reduces output tokens and price in Google's reports. Laguna S 2.1 offers a 1 million token path with MOE tradeoffs. Cosmos 3 Edge supports on-device world modeling at 15 Hz on Jetson Thor. You will find the sources in the description. They include Mark Tech Post articles that link to model cards, technical reports, and code repositories. Open the links to read the primary materials.